Virginia Tech is looking for a new head coach, and this was a long time coming. Brent has struggled mightily in his time at Virginia Tech, and now they're looking for a new leader. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 head coaching candidates that the Hokies could potentially hire. We'll start with a familiar face in Ricky Ronnie. Now, this one maybe isn't the most popular pick, but this is a guy that definitely deserves to be in this conversation. When you look at what he's done at Old Dominion, if you look purely at his record, it's not going to be the most impressive. But when you look at what he's been able to do with the talent that he's had, with the rosters that he's had, you would be impressed. Before this year, the last couple years, his roster has been depleted thanks to the transfer portal. And yet he has still found ways to be competitive. And even though he's come up short with the bowl game, he has been really good at getting his guys to exceed expectations in terms of their potential. This year, he's had a number of guys return, and the transfer portal did get some of his players, but not as many. You're seeing what this team has done. You've seen the production and what they're capable of doing. They also beat the Hokies. So this is a guy that they're very familiar with, a guy that they know what he's capable of doing, and that could be someone that they're looking for to turn things around. Next, I have Shannon Dawson, and this is going to be because Shannon Dawson is kind of just been in line to have a head coaching opportunity. What he's done at Miami the last couple of years has been really exciting. His time with Dana Holgorsen at Houston also shows that he knows how to dial up an offense. And we've seen head coaches still be involved in play calling. In fact, there are a number of head coaches that are still the play callers for their respective teams. Shannon Dawson could be someone that takes that over, gives Virginia Tech a little bit of life in terms of that, and maybe gets them in a better position. Now, the one hesitation with him is that he is not going to be the most coveted head coach in terms of his head coaching experience, so that maybe works against him. But if you're looking for a guy who knows how to call up plays and could be a potential hot commodity, this is someone you should consider. Next, we'll go with Eric Morris. This is another guy that maybe a lot of people aren't paying attention to, but what he's done at North Texas has been impressive. His offense is a little bit different than what a lot of people have seen maybe in the ACC, so that also could potentially give them an advantage. Again, winning in North Texas is a bit of a challenge. Winning in the group of five is a little bit of a challenge. The transfer portal makes that life very difficult. But if you're willing to give a guy a chance like that and show that, hey, we actually could keep most of our roster that we need to keep compared to what you've seen at North Texas, this could be a good fit. Alex Golesh is going to be on a lot of lists. And while he may not be the most reasonable or realistic hire for Virginia Tech, he's a good fit for a couple of reasons. It's clear that he knows how to run his offense to perfection. And the offense is really what makes him attractive, because if you're Virginia Tech, I think you have to find something that's going to give you opportunities to win games that you're maybe not going to be in terms of talent wise. You maybe don't have as much talent as some of the teams you're facing, the Miamis, the Clemsons. Those are going to be tough games to win. So finding an advantage any way you can is going to be key. Running this offense that Golesh runs, which is very much the spread it out as far as you can and put a ton of stress on the defense via spacing, that is going to be something that helps this team tremendously. And Virginia Tech needs something. They need something different. Golesh brings that to the table. And like I said, he's going to be on a lot of lists, so it might not be possible to get him, but he should be high on Virginia Tech's list. Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein also deserves to be in this conversation. And again, he's another one that maybe Virginia Tech isn't high enough for him to get, but we've also seen that sometimes people aren't willing to give first-time head coaches an opportunity at some of those bigger schools. So he might need group of five, or even a team like Virginia Tech, a team that is looking to turn things around. And Will Stein is proven that he's a good play caller. Again, another guy that could just still call plays and be a head coach at the same time. Could be a little bit of a challenge, but Will Stein is one of the best in the game and would deserve an opportunity with this team. Ryan Silverfield has done some good things at Memphis, and while there still might be some concerns, he's proven that he can win. He's proven that he can build a roster. The real thing, though, is he going to leave a program that has good NIL funding with Memphis to go to Virginia Tech? You can make an argument that that might be a little bit of a step down for him, and maybe he's just comfortable where he's at. keeping himself at Memphis is definitely a possibility. But if you're Virginia Tech and if you can find a way to kind of sway him to go to a Power Four opportunity, depending on what Memphis's outlook looks like. I know Memphis is looking for a potential Power Four opportunity, but if they're not able to get that, that could be your selling point. Next, we'll go to GJ Kinney. The Texas State head coach has done a lot of good things at Texas State, and he's turned a program that has struggled to win football games into a proven winner. And he is someone that's been on these lists for the last couple of years, and it might just only be a matter of time before he gets his opportunity. His offense is super explosive. He's proven that he knows how to navigate the transfer portal to find the right talent. And again, Virginia Tech just needs somebody to fix what's going on, and he could be the right guy for it. Another guy that brings kind of that unique style of offense is Andy Koltenicky. Now, I don't know how many teams are going to want him as their head coach yet, because it looks like he knows what he's doing as a head coach, but I haven't heard his name thrown around with a lot of different programs. Now, Virginia Tech could be the perfect fit because Koltenicky's such a different offensive coordinator. He's going to think of things differently than a lot of different people. It's not that he runs a different scheme. It's just that he is going to switch things up so much that that gives you an advantage. And again, Virginia Tech needs something different. They need someone that's going to think outside the box. And he's a perfect example of that. Now, does he have connections that are going to make him the most coveted candidate for this job? No, but also he's from Minnesota and he's coaching at Penn State and he was coaching at Kansas. So there really, to me, doesn't really seem to be a great fit in terms of location for Virginia Tech. And at that point, you're just trying to win. So I think that finding a location fit is great and all, but if you find the right guy for the job, it doesn't matter where he's from. John Summerall is obviously going to be on a lot of lists, and this is probably the most unrealistic person on this list because he is going to be set for an SEC job, a Big Ten job, somewhere else. Virginia Tech, though, at least has to try. They at least have to kick the tires on his interest to see if he's actually willing to come to Virginia Tech. Maybe he's looking for that next step. Maybe he's not looking for a bigger jump. That's pretty unrealistic. That's probably not going to happen, but maybe that is the case. We don't know. He's a great coach. He's clearly shown that he knows what he's doing as a head coach, whether that's recruiting, whether that's transfer portal, and Virginia Tech would be instantly better upon his arrival. The final one we'll go with is Jason Candle. And while he's not maybe the most exciting pick, what he's done at Toledo obviously deserves to put him in this conversation. I think that he is going to be a solid coach and he's going to get his opportunity. It's just a matter of when and where. That's going to be a big question. Virginia Tech has lots of options. I think that even though they're in a bad place and they're disappointed, there are plenty of options that can help them turn things around. They need to find someone that's unique, that maybe thinks a little bit differently. And if they do find that, they find the right fit, this is going to be a team that can get back to where they need to be.